What is going on to you, Cancer Crabs? So you Cancer Crabs have the Knight of Cups, the Two of Swords, and the Two of Wands. So the Knight of Cups right here, right, is about how, to piggyback off of last week's, your presentation. See, this is the thing why I got to get on the other person, really talk trash about the other person. You Cancer Crab's presentation wasn't enough for this dysfunctional individual. Even though you represented yourselves well, y'all are the Knight of Cups. So you Cancer Crabs presented yourselves well. Y'all showed up. Y'all were there for the person. Y'all legitimately tried to get to know the person, and you legitimately tried to take this person seriously. And what did they do? The Two of Swords. They buried their head in the sand and they played the game and disrespected you. They broke your trust. Now, this is where the delusion of grandeur comes from them, right? This is where they really messed up, because the Two of Wands is about how the smoke screen for all of that, what the problem was, is part of the problem. The smoke screen for part of the problem, or that they were having, is for you Cancer Crabs, you wasn't up to par. You Cancer Crabs wasn't up to par for them. That was a smoke screen. What it really is the superiority inferiority complex. And what I mean when I say that, I'm talking about how it's this competition of they're better than you. Now, better than you in what? I don't know. And even if they are better than you and they're going to be in a relationship with you, why can't they seem to actually elevate the relationship and contribute? But what it is they didn't want you Cancer Crabs coming in and actually challenging them to become better people. People who have a superiority complex / inferiority complex, because why I say superiority, inferiority is because they're one and the same. The idea that in essence they're one and the same. The idea that they are acting like they're superior to you, but they're actually inside, they know that they're truly inferior, and they're struggling with this inferiority problem that they have. But they could be a superior version of not you or anyone else, but they could be a superior version of themselves, and they choose not to. That's why I say superiority inferiority complex, because it's a ebb and flow of those two cognitive dissonance perceptions. They didn't want you Cancer Crabs actually challenging them and calling them out to become better people. So what happened? They would try to play it off like you Cancer Crabs were the ones who was bugging, and that you're taking self-development a little bit too seriously, when in actuality, you Cancer Crabs are really doing the thing that you were supposed to be doing. You're always on point. And why that's important is because it came up, because the Eight of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles is about how you Cancer Crabs, you see this now. And you Cancer Crabs see how a lot of people are going to intentionally avoid you, and that's okay, because they don't really want to step up to be greater people. They don't want to be challenged. They want to constantly perceive themselves as being perfect and strong enough. good enough, powerful enough. And the fact that you Cancer crabs come around, y'all are elevating, not just financially, body-wise, but y'all are elevating spiritually. You're striving to become better. Puts them to shame. Puts this ex to shame. And this person, Seven of Pentacles, feels like there's a burden on their back, which there is. Because when they're around you, if they're going to be around you, Cancer crabs, and breathe the same air around you and be in your proximity and be in a relationship with you, they're going to have to actually do better than the stupid stuff that they be doing, that they're so comfortable with. You see? So now the Ace of Cups is about how, but it's okay that you're not with them anymore because you have other plans. You're going to go talk to other people and get to know other people. And the Justice is great because it means that you've healed. A lot of you Cancers have done enough to actually heal, to where the next time you Cancer crabs get yourselves back into a talking stage with somebody, you're not just giving off all these warning signs. You Cancer crabs actually are putting your best foot forward the correct way, not by trying to be someone and something that you're not, but actually being who you are and being and providing value immediately. A person would basically have to be an idiot not to take you seriously, or at the very least want more time, or want to get to know you more. The only thing is the Queen of Cups, which represents you Cancer crabs need to watch out for overthinking that you need to fix your mistakes. Fix your mistakes, but at the same time, you Cancer crabs need to understand you're not a robot. You're not an artificial being. Stop overthinking the events and just learn the lesson and move forward with the lesson learned. But don't think about who did it to you and focus in on the world done did you wrong. Don't focus in on that, because when you focus in on that type of stuff, it's going to get you upset. You're going to get bitter about it. So the Queen of Cups is about to think about how this past relationship was and how it ended. How this person has their head in the sand, but at the same time, you Cancer crabs don't. And think about everything that you've learned from it. The King of Cups now is about, think about how you're able to actually control your emotions, even when times get rough like this, where you don't say or do anything crazy. You see, so then now you have the Knight of Pentacles. So you went from being the Knight of Cups now to being the Knight of Pentacles. You're going to provide value in relationships, no matter what relationships it is, no matter whom you're in it with. And if a person doesn't want to be with you, then they're an idiot. You're going to make it, you Cancer crabs plan on making it very difficult for a person to say no, for a person to act like they don't want to get to know you more, to act like they're not more interested in getting to know who you are a little bit longer. Because there's people that you can essentially figure out within the first 5 minutes, and then there's people that you figured out to a certain extent that has good qualities, but then you want to continue to get to know them a little bit longer to see if those qualities are for real. So let's clarify the Knight of Pentacles. Let's clarify the Knight of Pentacles. The Nine of Wands, the Ten of Wands, the Queen of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles. Interesting. So, for you Cancer crabs, the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Wands really speaks to, like I said, to clarify the Ten of Pentacles, you're gonna, like I said, you're gonna bring value in. You're gonna have a lot more peace of mind for yourself, knowing that, you know, if a person wants to act up and act crazy, then they're stupid. And the problem is 100% on them. And then on top of that, the Ten of Wands represents how, and since that's the case, you have no problem leaving, because you Cancer crabs are just going to get better as time go on. Not saying that you don't have flaws, of course you are, but you're going to, you Cancer crabs, you're going to become less of the problem. If someone is for you, then the two of you are going to actually get along and be in a relationship. If not, then the person will reveal a lot of who they are, and they're not anyone good. So a lot of you Cancer crabs are just ready for anything, really. The Queen of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles is and you know, there's going to be a lot of you Cancer crabs are going to be surprised at a lot at how a lot of people don't really know how to love effectively in a way that works, in a way that keeps relationships. And you Cancer crabs are going to be kind of surprised at how you have to teach someone how to kind of be in a functional relationship. And then you have the King of Pentacles. But make no mistake about it, Cancer crabs, they could just be telling you that as a lie to get you to think of them as being unsuspecting and not really knowing what it is that they're doing, when in actuality they could be using all kind of excuses about how their past partner did them wrong, so that you can do more for them. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind.